Imagine this. On December 10th, right off the coast of Venezuela, U.S. military forces pulled off a helicopter assault worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster. They seized a Venezuelan oil tanker called the Skipper, loaded with about $80 million worth of crude, roughly 5% of Venezuela's monthly import budget, effectively striking at the financial heart of Nicolás Maduro's regime. But here's the twist. Washington insists this is just the beginning. Any tanker suspected of violating sanctions linked to Venezuela, Iran, or Russia will face the same fate in the Caribbean. So why is this such a game changer? And what does it mean for Venezuela and the region as a whole? Let's break it down. For years, Maduro's government has survived on oil sales, despite heavy U.S. sanctions. But Venezuela doesn't trade oil like normal countries. It relies on a shadowy network of ghost tankers, about 800 to 1,000 aged vessels without insurance, operating under the radar to dodge sanctions. The Skipper was one of these. Already blacklisted since 2022 for smuggling Iranian oil, it's part of a secretive market that funnels up to 80% of Venezuela's crude to China through intermediaries. This illicit channel keeps the regime afloat, but at a steep discount, often selling oil for half its market price with risky cash or cryptocurrency deals. Now, with the U.S. stepping up to seize entire ships alongside their cargo, the pressure ramps to a whole new level. Insurers and shipping companies will hesitate even more to touch Venezuelan oil, fearing the loss of their vessels and profits. Already, after the Skipper's capture, around 10 tankers sat idly outside Venezuela's biggest oil port, afraid to dock or load. The ripple effect? Maduro's regime not only loses crucial revenue, but risks crippling its entire export network. But that's just one side of the story. The crackdown also targets the complex web connecting Venezuela, Iran, Russia, and Cuba. Venezuela depends on imports of refined fuels, gasoline, diesel, etc., often supplied by Iran and transported via similar ghost fleets. The seizure disrupts these lifelines, threatening Cuba's shaky energy security as well. Cuba's imports from Venezuela plunged from 80,000 to 90,000 barrels per day over a decade ago to barely 11,000 last October. Losing more tankers like the Skipper could push the island into an energy crisis, while also damaging its lucrative middleman role, where it exchanges medical and military support for Venezuelan oil. So what's really at stake? Economically, this U.S. strategy attacks Maduro's lifeblood, oil revenues that finance imports, social programs, and political survival. Politically, it isolates Venezuela further, weakening allies and chilling the support networks that have propped up the regime amidst global shifts, like waning backing from China and the BRICS nations. It could force Maduro's circle to reconsider their grip or seek drastic changes without a single missile fired. For everyday people, the implications are sobering. A crushed Venezuelan oil export system means scarcity of goods, higher inflation, and deeper hardship for millions already struggling. For investors and markets, it signals volatility and geopolitical tension in a region critical for energy flows. But here's the provocative question. Could this naval clampdown ultimately be more damaging to Maduro than direct military strikes? With his financial channels choking and allies retreating, how long can this regime endure? And as Cuba faces growing pressure, will its involvement escalate, dragging another nation deeper into this strategic standoff? One thing's clear. The era of conventional sanctions is giving way to bold, high-stakes moves that blend hard power with economic warfare. The next chapter in this saga will reveal whether Washington's gamble reshapes Venezuela's future or sparks unforeseen consequences far beyond the Caribbean. So, as these tanker seizures continue, keep an eye on not just the headlines, but the intricate dance of markets, military might, and political survival unraveling in real time. Because in this story, oil isn't just a commodity, it's the currency of power, and the Caribbean waters are now the new battleground.